Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 435. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan, and we got one word to say to you. Now, hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What is going down?
Whole ton is going down, including the word count in this deck, hypothetically, which is a lot of fun. People might remember we asked for a deck like this a couple of weeks ago, and CCO Nation, as they always do, have delivered for everybody else, including us, which is really dope. I'm excited to get into this deck, but before we can get to any of that stuff, we have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com. They are your source for all your gaming needs, as well as Pile of Bones Brewing Co. They're the second coolest thing to come out of Regina, and the official beer sponsor for CCO Sidewalk Slam Season 2, right here on YouTube.
Very much so. Good job.
Thanks.
We are back from Command Fest Vancouver.
We are.
Where we saw the coolest thing out of Regina, Saskatchewan, our good friend Keel.
Yeah, I freaking love that guy.
We have to assume that he was there because it's actually in the past now. And we made a mistake last week. I thought we were doing a bonus show, but we're doing 2 recordings same day because we didn't record last weekend. It's a whole timeline. They're all screwed up. It's like watching Doctor Who.
So we're technically in the future and the past at the same time right now. So we're happy that we all made it to now, because when we recorded then, we didn't know.
You're just making it more confusing all over again.
That's fine.
Okay.
They get it. They're following. Well, there's smart guys
we're
out there.
Here.
Smart girls out there. Everybody's smart.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Well, nobody that watches this show.
Well, nobody who's on this show. But
nobody that produces this show, especially. So last week we had the whole kumbaya about the budget decks and the CCO raw dog decks and stuff. And I hope that everybody took that challenge upon themselves to build Uncle Brando a budget raw dog deck.
That'd be cool.
Today I want to talk a little bit about mine, and we're going to talk a little bit about the deck that came in today that we could probably make pretty budget, but it's got a gimmick.
It does have a gimmick. The gimmick is, let's take you back into time where we were talking about just how many goddamn words.
Well, over the last couple weeks.
Card.
The last couple weeks I've been reading cards and I just trail off and don't finish reading the card because it's like, what does it do? I don't know, once per turn, whatever. It's like, what do these cards do? Why do they need 16 lines of text and double-sided cards, and they refer to a different card, and they do this other thing, and then there's a bunch of riders on them, like only during your upkeep, or only once per turn, or all this stuff. If you control your commander, all this stuff. So I didn't even know that we asked for this. Yeah. But we asked for this.
We did.
And I got to get the name. John Kozlowski. The big Kozlowski.
Yeah.
Came through clutch when it counted with one word .deck.
Yes. Now, what we wanted and we're hoping we could get was only one word in the text box. But
that would probably be boring.
That would be a terrible deck.
Yeah.
So what we got instead is one word in the name line. So every single card in this deck only has one word. That's why I say in the intro, we only have one word to say to you, because that's what every card is a single word. So no this of that, or this of the that.
No, those are called like epitaphs, right?
Yeah, none of that shit.
Yeah.
It's just one fucking word.
Yep. And the commander.
Oh, man.
One word.
This card is such a gimmick.
Asmoranomardicadaistinaculdacar? Did I do it?
I don't.
That's got to be it.
I don't know. You could have said any syllables, and I would have been like, yeah, that's probably his name. I don't care.
Ass hurt more.
Yes.
Assmore.
Yes.
Yes.
Asmore.
Yes. That's who we're doing. So we're going to give him her a read, and then we're going to mix the podcasting business into the show because that's what people have been liking. Okay.
So what is... I forgot this card even existed until this...
Assmore.
Yeah, what does she do?
Maudie Ho-Ho, or Modern Horizons 1, I think, right? Sure. No converted mana cost because it doesn't fit on the card. That's the gimmick. Ha ha ha. Okay. Red-black color identity. 3/3 human wizard. Okay. As long as you've discarded a card this turn, you may pay Rakdos, red or black, to cast this spell.
Okay.
So we have to discard a card in order to cast our commander. Sure. When Asmor enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a card named the Underworld Cookbook Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Sacrifice 2 foods. Target creature deals 6 damage to itself. Now, this deck can be built in a way where it is actually very good.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, the
This
gimmick
is not
of
that deck.
the gimmick of having a commander with 1 word in its name is the reason we're playing it.
Yes, and let's be totally transparent here. The Underworld Cookbook is 3 words.
Yes.
As such, not in the deck.
No.
It's in the sideboard, but you know what? We don't play with sideboards here at Commander Cookout Podcast, so we're going to play it assuming that cookbook will never see play.
Correct. Now, if you wanted to pick up any of these cards, you go to fusiongamingonline.com, use CCO Save promo code. It's on the screen if you're watching on YouTube.
Which it should be, because we work really hard to look cool for you.
You'd see that. CCO Save going to get you a discount. Sealed, singles, booster packs, sleeves,
Mats.
play mats, board games, that Lord of the Rings giant play mat, or those old Lord of the Rings board games from like the early 2000s when the movies come out that I always want to try playing but never do.
Do you have them?
Nope. But if I wanted them, I could get a discount on them by using CCO Save promo code.
Oh, shit.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Works on everything.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, if you're going to spend the money anyways, you might as well spend less of it.
Yeah.
Doing so is going to help out your wallet, more money for buying beer with. It's going to help out the show because it's going to let Fusion Gaming know that their partnership with the Goons from Saskatoon is a good one.
Yes, which it probably is.
I think so.
Sometimes I'm not sure.
They haven't fired us.
That's true. Nobody's ever given us any crap.
Yep.
And every time I ask them to doodle on my order slip,
Yep.
my packing form, they always do it.
Well, there you go.
I've got a frog and a chicken. And,
You could use those like for custom tokens.
and an airplane. I do kind of get a little bit, but I don't want to straight rip their art off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we're not about ripping people off in the nation.
yes, but
Okay.
I have had some neat stuff come, so I appreciate those guys.
Well, let's jump into the deck and do the first section.
There's so many. We finally got custom categories, and now there's so many of them.
Deckstats.net also makes it hard to view because it like puts the category names sideways.
Yeah, what a bunch.
And I can't find. Here we go. 1 word mana rocks. So you'll notice Sol Ring. 2 words.
Commander's Sphere, 2 words.
Yes, sir.
So we have I guess we can't even go through these fast because they're all terrible. Cryptex.
Cryptex is tap, collect evidence, and then pay 3?
No, you collect evidence 3 and then add 1 mana of any color, put an unlock counter on it. Then you can sacrifice it to surveil 3, then draw 3 cards, activate only if Cryptex has 5 or more unlock counters on it.
Is this a troll? This is a troll because this is a frickin' troll because they're putting 86 lines of text on a card that's got 1 word in its name. Is that what I signed up for? This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
This is shit. But yeah, that's what's happening right now.
Cryptex, it's a 2-drop mana rock, but you
Yes.
can't untap it. What? Like,
What? Why can't you untap it?
unlock.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this card does, but if it gives us mana, I'm happy to
It
play.
taps for mana, probably.
Sure.
I think.
The next 2 do very much tap for mana.
Is Mannequin and Milliken.
Mannequin and Milliken. Tap, add a colorless to your mana pool, and Milliken is mill a card, add a colorless mana to your mana pool. One's a 1/1 for 2, the other one's an 0/1 for 2.
Neat.
They're creatures that tap for mana. So these sometimes go in like combo decks because they're creatures and they're artifacts. And the Milliken, because you can, if you're going to combo with it infinity times, you can mill your whole library with it. So these are kind of cards that I've seen and wanted to experiment with in the past.
And the art on them is really cool, too. You can't sleep on that. They look very cool.
Yep, very much so. Next up, we got Dana Roach's favorite
I was
card.
going to say the Dana Roach special in Manolith.
Manolith taps for a mana of any color.
And costs 3. Then we have a Scuttlemutt. It also costs 3 and taps for mana of any color. It's a 2/2. And you can tap it to change the color of target permanent or creature.
Target target creature becomes the color of your choice until end of turn.
There we go.
Yep.
And then we have the Meteorite.
Not the,
Not the.
just meteorite.
Not even a meteorite. It's just meteorite.
Meteorite. Yeah, it is just a thing. This is a noun. not the meteorite. Like, no proper names here.
5-drop mana rock, baby.
That... I don't know why that was funny.
Because it's a 5-drop mana rock that taps for fucking 1. That's why.
It twos something when it ETBs.
Like, what the fuck? There's a creature that makes this shit for free now. Man.
Yep.
Oh.
All right. Well, those are our mana rocks.
So we have...
Good luck, everyone.
Oh, shit. Let's do removal.
Oh man, I got it. Okay,
you gotta go down.
One word weirdos. I gotta find it. One word draw. One word reanimation. One word burn. Can we start here?
Let's do burn.
Okay.
A braid.
This is a removal spell, or like for an artifact, or it deals 3 damage to a creature. This is a good card.
That is a very good card.
Now, this next card, this is a little bit of a cheat.
Yeah, it is.
We've cheated. We've only looked at like 6 cards.
Well, I mean, we didn't build the deck. It's not on us.
Okay, this is cut. Deals 4 damage to target creature, and it's an aftermath card with the sideways ribbons.
Yeah, so it's cut 2 ribbons is how you would normally say it, but it's cut and then ribbons.
What is ribbons? I got to turn my head. Aftermath means you could only cast it from your graveyard. Each opponent loses X life. Hey, I like that.
And it's black X. Cut to ribbons is actually a really good card.
That's a good one.
It's a cool card.
Oh, sorcery speed though on that cut though. Hey, not very good.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay. Oh, man, I like this card.
Electro Dominance.
Instant for red 3. Nope. Red X.
Yes.
Deals X damage to any target. You can cast a card with converted mana cost X or less from your hand for free.
Yeah.
I like this one.
And I like that it casts the thing, too.
Yep.
That's important. So, like, let's say X is 11. You burned somebody to the ground... And then you've ground their will to live into the ground, and you put that Ulamog in for free.
Which you've cast, so you get the cast trigger.
So you blow up their stupid shit, and then you got a Ulamog.
Yes, and what I really like about this card is when you copy it, and then you can cast 2 things. You can burn something for 11 2 times, and then you cast 2 different things. Yeah.
Like Ulamog and Landmore Elf.
Technically, those would both work.
Yes.
Okay, this is a funny one because not often is it this card that gets played over Lightning Bolt.
Yes, we're playing Incinerate.
Yes. Now, if you count the number of words in the titles of those 2 cards,
there's
Lightning
2
Bolt, 2,
or 1.
Incinerate, 1. Very good.
Yes.
3 damage to something. Now, that 1 extra mana makes it so if you kill something, it can't be regenerated.
If anybody remembers what Regenerate does.
If somebody incinerated my Lord of Tressorhorn and got it,
that would feel good.
Yeah, because he regenerates. Yeah. People always forget about that one.
Not if you incinerate him.
No. Electropotence. Yeah. Last week we talked about the dockside prefix.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the potence suffix at the end of the word.
Okay.
When you hear potence, you think necropotence.
I do.
Like one of the most powerful cards ever printed.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see the name Electropotence when Zendikar comes out and you're like, oh, rock hard, this card's going to be good.
Here we go. And it's not good.
Give this piece of crap a read.
All right, it's an enchantment for red 2. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay red 2. If you do, that creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player.
That's fine, but...
If only there was an enchantment that would do that same thing for like 1 more mana. You know what I mean? If only that existed.
Like, what is it called?
Pandemonium.
I was going to say propaganda, but I knew that wasn't it. And I was trying to make it 1 word. Yeah, Warstorm Surge would not work in this deck.
Pandemonium would.
Pandemonium, and it's 1 word.
It's 1 word?
1 word, baby. Okay, we're tuning the deck up. Okay, this is the burn. Let's go right to the removal. We've got Pyroblast.
Yeah, kills a blue thing or counters a blue spell.
Yeah, we've got Cannibalize.
Ooh.
Robert Bliss art, too. Really good.
That is
super spooky.
Is this thing's shield made out of a face?
I think it's a stretched face, like a face stretched over a buckler.
Now, I would immediately run from that person. If I saw somebody coming at me with like a garbage can lid that just had some dude's face just leather faced across it like frickin' Buffalo Bill, even if he was a big, weird looking fatty like this guy, right?
Yep.
Like he probably isn't very strong because he's all weird looking, but he's got a face. Somebody else's face stretched over a trash can lid, and he's coming to kill me. I would be out of there.
Well, look at his armor, too. It's like bones and stuff.
Oh, what does that card even do besides terrify me?
Yes. It's called Cannibalize. It's a sorcery for black 1, flavor text. Also one word. Mine. Ooh, which is kind of weird. Choose 2 target creatures controlled by any one player. Remove one of those creatures from the game and put 2 +1 counters on the other. Ooh. Oh. That's weird, hey?
That's
it's like
weird
one
card.
eats the other one and uses his face and bones to make armor out of.
Oh.
And some kind of weird bra or something. Oh, no, that's a rib cage.
Yeah, that's just his rib cage sticking out.
Gross. And look at his big belly because he ate the other guy. Yeah, that's weird,
Like
man.
that's if you saw that guy, you would run so fast.
That's some fucked up shit, man.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Okay.
We got a Dreadbore. I hate Dreadbore so much.
Dreadbore, destroy target creature or planeswalker sorcery speed.
I hate that card.
I like how they're compounding these words. Dread and bore, definitely 2 different words.
Yeah.
Plague bearer, 2 different words. But this guy, the concept that this guy is representing is a plague bearer, so he is one concept word.
Yeah.
Plague bearer is a 1/1 zombie for 2. And you can go XX black, no tap there. Destroy target non-black creature with total casting cost equal to X.
That's neat.
This is a good card. I've played this card before.
It's
and
like
rad
Muck
art again. Hey, Ron Spencer on that one. That one is good.
It's like this big fat frog zombie looking thing, like holding somebody by their arms and just barfing in their face.
Yeah, with like a frog air sack thing that's stretched so stretchy it's see-through.
Yeah.
That's weird
That's
stuff,
cool
man.
looking stuff. Let's talk about this next. I like this next
Another
card.
compound word.
Starstorm.
Starstorm. This is an instant for red X. Deals X damage to each creature.
Yeah.
You can cycle it for 3. And that's all it does.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It
This
cycles
is
or
sweet.
burns there. That's a cool card.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. We've got a terminate.
Sure we do.
Kills a thing.
Yep.
Languish.
That kills lots of things.
-4 to everything for 4. This is a good card. You play this card?
I play Mutilate instead.
Mutilate is -X equal to swamps.
Yes.
Yes. Languish is more controllable, cheaper.
Yes.
You can kind of build around it more.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got a, get this, classic. Necrotol.
Yeah.
ETBs bury target non-artifact, non-black creature. That means it can't be regenerated, right?
I thought that meant that it was sacrificed. I forget how the hell that works.
I don't remember.
It kills it anyway.
It's dead.
I liked how we used to play with a guy at our LGS that looked kind of like the Visions artwork that we're looking at here. So we used to call this card Necra Kamal because his name was Kamal.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't play a Kamal deck, which was I always thought was just terrible.
Yes.
But here we are.
Okay.
What the hell is this next piece of junk?
Tackle Maggot. What the fuck? It's got 87 lines of text.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. Okay. Oh, and stupid frickin' deck stats doesn't give me the errata. So here we go.
Oh,
I love reading non-errated cards. And,
So this is an enchant creature for black 2.
and it's from Legends, so you know it's going to have totally modern wording, right?
Oh, it's just going to do the best stuff.
And
too.
weird counters. Ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Put a 0 -1 counter on target creature during its controller's upkeep. If the creature is placed in the graveyard, its controller chooses a new target for Tackle Maggot. If there are no legal targets, Tackle Maggot becomes an enchantment and, italicized, does 1 damage to the controller of the last creature Tackle Maggot was on. During his or her upkeep, Tackle Maggot does not revert to a creature enchantment, even if other creatures are afterwards brought into play.
Why is that there? Oh, god damn it. I don't even care what that does. Get it out of here.
Because
Get it out of my sight.
it's one word.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Let's just move on to Apocalypse. I'm sure that this card probably just does all sorts of fun shit that people like to see.
Red 2.
Okay.
Sorcery. Remove all permanents from the game. Wait, there's more. There's another.
There's more.
Discard your hand.
Oh, I hate that card.
Okay.
If you ever wanted your friends to kill you in real life, hit them with an apocalypse.
Make them read Tackle Maggot, then play Apocalypse.
Oh, you don't like the Tackle Magnet? Okay, I'll deal with it. No problem, guys. No worries. I got this.
I got this. Okay. Glory Hole Bringer.
Yeah.
This is a dragon, 4/4 for 5. Flying haste.
It's a good one.
Flaced.
Flaced.
Or
I shall.
hasting? Flaced.
I like flaced.
Flaced.
Yeah.
You may exert Glory Hole Bringer as it attacks. That means you like double tap it, right? It stays tapped.
It stays tapped during your next untap step.
When you do, it deals 4 damage to target non-dragon creature an opponent controls.
Neat.
This is fine.
That's a cool card.
We've got Void. Once one of the most powerful cards in Standard. Wow. Void. Yeah, now it's downgraded to uncommon.
Yes.
Okay, so this is red, black, 3 sorcery. Choose a number. Destroy all artifacts and creatures with mana cost equal to that number.
Neat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a cool card.
And that'll strategically get stuff too, hey?
Yep.
Yeah. And you know what it'll never probably get?
Your stuff.
Your commander.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have a converted mana cost.
Well, unless you pick 0 to kill all the
pick
treasures.
zeros,
or tokens.
treasures or tokens. Yeah.
Now, here's an interesting throwback to last week.
Oh,
we're playing Goromand again.
Gormand. Yeah, Uncle Brando's friend and an ex-colleague. This is a 5/5 for 6. Additional cost and an ETB. Sack a creature. Flying, trample. When it ETBs, each opponent also sacks a creature.
Neat.
So this is like Fleshbag Marauder, but one word.
Yes.
Yes, just Fleshbag. Yeah. Or just Marauder.
Yeah. Hex is the next card also.
Hex. Destroy 6 target creatures. Straight up.
Sure.
Okay.
I feel like Damnation is also only one word. You probably could have played that too.
Oh, yeah. Damnation, one word. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's look at some of the pieces that make the deck work.
Sure.
We've got some creatures. We've got some like enchantments and stuff and some haste enablers, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
But it's all just lumped together because they're one word like guys.
Yes.
Okay. Amok?
Amok.
Amok?
Yeah, they're running amok.
They're running amok? Just amok.
Yes.
So this is an enchantment. You pay 1, discard a card at random. That's always super awesome. Put a +1 counter on target creature.
Sure.
Amok.
Amok.
Drekavac. What the fuck is this?
Jesus
This is from Dissension, so you know it's going to be really good.
Oh, yeah. It's an uncommon from Dissension. I'm sure this thing is a pillar of the community. It's a goddamn 3/3 for 2, one of which is black. When it comes into play, sacrifice it unless you discard a non-creature card.
Oh, man.
That is all.
That is all. Well, okay. Speaking of pillars of the community, gotta throw in some podcasting business, mixing it in.
Okay.
Big thanks to all the patrons.
Yeah.
Pillar of all of the CCO community.
Yes,
CCO Nation. If you want to support the show, patreon.com/CCO Podcast.
I concur.
Great place to be. You get into the Discord. That's a fantastic way to submit decks to us. Do Uncle Brando's deck building challenge.
Yeah.
There's food channels and board game channels and voice channels where people do VEDH.
Yeah.
And pets and games and planning for upcoming CCO experiences, which is another benefit to becoming a patron. You get invited to those.
You get to hang out with us, which could be a benefit, I guess.
Well, we all know the real benefit is getting the CCO nickname.
Yes.
Yes, and we had a banger last week. What was it? It was
like speed bag ball sack or something.
Jock slap. Jock slap.
Jock slap.
So good.
Power slap, man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, somebody who would give a power slap.
Yeah. The Undertaker.
Yeah.
It's not the Undertaker. It's just Undertaker.
Yes, it's not the Undertaker.
Correct.
This is just a Undertaker.
Yes.
They wasted that name on this card, I think.
They
sure did.
Yes, they did.
You know, they don't do very many one-word names anymore because they're all taken.
Yeah.
And so they got to do like Drekavac and Anathemancer and Phantasmagorium and shit, like weird names like that. They wasted Undertaker on this piece of crap. Common from Mercadian Masks.
Yes, you know it's shit.
Yeah, a 1/1 for black 1. You go black, tap, discard a card from your hand, return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Hey, we could have played this instead of Phyrexian Reclamation last week on the budget deck.
Yeah,
yes.
Save more money.
Save more money.
Or excitement, I guess.
Yes.
You have less excitement in your deck.
Yes, less excitement, but you get to play the Undertaker.
Man, and this next card, this thing used to be a beast in Standard.
This was in Masks block Standard. This was one of the pillars or cornerstones of Kai Booty's deck in 1999.
Kai Booty.
Yeah. 1999, the artifact and red, like, Covetous Dragon deck. You know the gold border cards?
Yeah.
The deck that you get the gold bordered Grim Monolith in was the World Champ deck that Masticore also came in.
Yes.
Look at that little bit of Commander history. If you want more of that, listen on Mondays to me and Mac talk about old Magic cards and stuff.
You know what else was in that deck? Phyrexian Processor.
Ooh, good card.
And Metalworker.
Mishra's Helix.
Yep.
Mishra's Helix. That's
Crumbling Sanctuary.
Was that in there?
Yeah, Chill. Ooh. Yeah, it was Brainstorm.
You're thinking of a different deck now.
I think John Finkel.
You're thinking the Finkel.
That's the Finkel.
The Finkelnator.
It also played Masticore and all that other shit that I
said.
Okay, what does Masticore do?
4/4 for 4. You can regenerate it for 2. So don't incinerate your own Masticore. And you can do pay 2. Masticore deals 1 damage to target creature.
Cool.
That's just an activated ability. You can do that like 100 times in a row if you wanted.
Yep.
And at the beginning of your upkeep, if you may choose and discard a card. If you don't, you have to sacrifice Masticore.
Yeah, so you sack a card, or you discard a card each upkeep, is what that says.
Yeah. We have to draw cards to make this worth it, but I think it's probably still good enough because that activated ability to just kill stuff at random.
You give it, whatchamacallit, you give it Death Touch now, and you can just...
Oh, yeah, like with a Basilisk Collar.
Yep.
Couldn't in this deck, but... Okay. Same exact ability on a Scandalmonger. One word.
Sure.
And don't forget, Squallmonger. In your Squall line deck.
Yep.
It deals damage to each creature with flying. Okay, Scandalmonger is a 3/3 for 4. You can pay 2. Target player discards a card at random from their hand. Any player can play that ability.
Hey.
Gotta be careful with that one.
Yes. Necrogoyf is next.
Necrogoyf. Yeah, he's got a thick neck. I know that's not what they're referring to, but look at his neck. Like, this has got to be his neck, right?
I don't know.
Editor Joe will have it on the screen. I think that's his neck. Yeah, anyways, power equal to the number of creature cards in all graveyards. And at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player discards a card.
Ooh.
And he has madness. So if you're discarding him, you can actually cast him for 3 mana instead of 5 mana.
It's pretty good. And it's a star 4.
Yes. And remember, with Asmor, we want to be discarding cards. So like that Amok and the Undertaker and Masticore and Scandalmonger, these all make us discard cards. We got to remember that. Okay.
Malfagor.
Malfagor. This guy makes us discard cards.
Oh, Malfagor.
6/6 for 6. Rakdos colors. Flying. When he comes into play, discard your whole hand.
Why not?
Yeah. Each opponent sacrifices a creature for each card discarded this way.
Sure.
That's a Wrath.
That's pretty good.
It's probably pretty good.
It's not bad.
Phantasmagorium. You remember what this card does by heart?
No.
No?
No.
6/6 for 7.
Ooh.
Okay. When you cast it, any player may discard 3 cards. If a player does, you counter it. Okay. Okay, so we're starting off good. We can discard 3 cards as an activated ability. Return Phantasmagorium from our graveyard to our hand. So we can discard this to like any of the cards we've seen so far.
Sure.
And then discard more cards to get it back. All while clearing the way to cast Asmor.
Yes.
For 1 mana.
And what does Asmor do again?
Finds a cookbook.
That isn't in the deck.
Correct.
And makes foods that we haven't found a way to make yet.
Yeah,
this is fine.
We're gonna talk about that all at the strengths and weaknesses.
Yes.
Okay. One word weirdos. Here we go. Anathemancer.
I like Anathemancer.
Yeah, this card's good.
This card gets better as people get greedier. What it does is it's a 2/2 for 3. The black and red are included in there. Comes into play. It's going to deal damage to somebody equal to the number of non-basics they control.
Yes.
Which is very good. And then it has Unearth for, I think, 6?
7.
7. So we'll get him again. And in most games of EDH late in the game, you could definitely finish somebody.
You could get somebody for 10 or 11.
Oh, yeah.
Like, easy.
Yeah, without really even trying.
Yeah. If somebody's playing a 3-color deck or a 5-color deck, man, they're going to get got.
Yes. Well, I've seen even 2-color decks where they've got like 1 basic in play.
No, you mean every deck I play?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
It's getting outrageous.
Yeah. Okay. Amplifier.
Yeah, it's not amplifier, amplifier.
Fire, like burning.
Yes.
Okay, 86 lines of text. Here we go. Do you know what this card does?
No.
Okay, frick. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Until your next turn, Amplifier's base power becomes twice that card's power, and base toughness becomes twice that card's toughness.
Okay.
Put the revealed cards on the bottom in a random order.
Okay.
Sure.
So
it gets twice as big as the card you revealed.
So if you reveal your Phantasmagoria, it turns into a 12/12.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Which is not too bad. You're gonna slap somebody around with that, hey?
If you reveal your Kezardrix, it would be an 8/8. Kezardrix, next card in the deck.
Oh, okay. I was like, why? What?
It's a 4/4 first strike for 4. During your upkeep, if an opponent controls no creature, Kezardrix deals 4 damage to us.
Of course it does.
Of course it does.
Why wouldn't it?
I don't think that ever happens.
I mean,
it would. It could. Like Wrath of God, and then you top deck this, and it's the only card that you can play. Sure. But it's at your upkeep, so everybody has to not play something.
I guess.
It's a 4/4 with an upside for 4. I think the card's fine.
That's not
And rad art too, hey?
That is pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mortivore.
This one is a regenerator.
Sure is.
And it's a Lurgoyf, like our Necrogoyf. Power and toughness, each equal to the number of creature cards in all graveyards.
It's pretty good.
It's going to be big. Skizix, the bane of invasion standard like Void was. They were in the same deck for a long time. This is a 5/3 trample haste. At the beginning of your turn, you sack it unless you paid its kicker cost.
Which is red.
So it's a 5/3 trample haste for 4.
Yes.
That you could pay for 5 and keep it around.
Yes.
This card was very good.
It is a good card.
Yeah, this card and Blastoderm, which could be in this deck.
Blast of Sperm.
Yeah, gross. Gross. And Fires of Yavimaya, all in the same deck.
Yep. That was a hell of a deck.
Yep.
Did you say Stink Moogie? Is that what that says?
I read Stink Moogie.
What does it actually say? Sting Moogie.
Sting Moggy.
Sure.
I don't know what's funnier.
What the fuck? It's a 0/0 elemental for fucking red 3. What the fuck? Comes into play with 2+1+1. 2+1 counters on it.
Yep.
2+1+1s. Then for red 3, you can remove a +1 from it.
Destroys
an artifact or land?
Yes.
What the goddamn hell is happening
the old
here?
Stink Moogie.
I'm gonna Stink Moogie your land, baby. Like, what the hell's
This
happening?
guy's cradle. Stink Moogie.
Oh my god.
Oh, the word of the day, Stink Moogie.
Stink Moogie.
Brought to you by Eventide.
Yeah. That's Morningtide.
Oh, Morningtide. Yes, you're right.
Oh, let's talk about a card that I super like.
Ugalon. Crab, ooze, horror.
Yeah.
Star 4. Equal to the number of crab, ooze, and horrors you control. That's how big it is.
Yes.
Okay, so we got some horrors. We've got a crab and an ooze and a horror.
Yep.
And at the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 target creature from an opponent's graveyard. If you do, create a copy of Ugalon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that card got played against me the other day.
Did it wreck you?
No.
Oh, I've definitely wrecked faces with that guy before.
Yeah.
Because each copy does the same thing, so they can hypothetically double themselves every turn.
Yeah.
And then the more of them you have, the bigger they are.
Yep.
And then people are taking 40, and they're like, they don't like that
Yes.
because they're dead.
Also, yes.
Yes.
This one I have played and play in Bryon Stoutarm. This is Malignus.
So is that to say you've never seen it go into play?
No, I've actually won games with this.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so this is a star, power and toughness, each equal to half of the highest life total among your opponents, rounded up.
So if you have somebody that's at 40 and somebody that's at 20, you got a 20-20 that then you can either fling or attack with to kill a motherfucker.
All yes.
Yes.
So what I would normally do would be like attack somebody for 20 and kill them, take an extra combat, attack somebody for 20 again, and then fling it. And that person would still be at 10 in that case, but I've gained 20 or 30 life.
Pretty good.
And attacked them twice, and yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right.
Vrock.
Man,
These one-word names are getting better and better.
Oh.
A 3/3 bird demon for 5 with flying. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you control left the battlefield, each opponent loses 3 life. Vrock.
Rock.
Next is
Nefashu. This is a cool one. I like this one.
Nefashu, a 5/3 zombie mutant for 6. Whenever Nefashu attacks up to 5 target creatures, get a -1/-1 until end of turn.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I like this next one. Hypnox.
Hypnox?
Have you ever seen this card? This is one of the nightmares, like one of Chainer's nightmares from Torment. Listen to this mana cost.
Okay.
Black. 8.
Jesus Christ.
An 8/8 flyer. When Hypnox enters the battlefield, if you played it from your hand, remove all cards in target opponent's hand from the game. Got him. When Hypnox leaves when it dies or leaves the battlefield, return the removed cards with.
Come on.
But they're on separate paragraphs. So just like how O-Ring works, where you do the O-Ring sack loop in response to the trigger resolving,
right?
You can cast Hypnox and sacrifice it, and the return the cards resolves first, and then the exile ability resolves. Now, I don't think you do that with Hypnox because you've spent 11 on it.
Yeah.
But you could do that. And if you found a way to cast it for free, you could do that.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, fine.
Okay.
What is this?
Card draw. Want to draw some cards?
An eye witch?
Eye twitch.
Sure. It's an eye bat. What the hell is going on here?
When it dies, learn. I don't even know what learn does. But I like how it's one word.
Just fuck learn. Skull clamp.
Skull clamp. Oh, and its little brother, skull tap. Skull tap. Sorcery. Additional cost, sack a creature, draw 2 cards. We could have played this last week.
We could have.
Skull tap. Next one, I've cast this card lots.
Browbeat.
Unless a player has Browbeat, deal 5 damage to them, draw 3 cards.
So it says deal 5 damage to somebody.
Yes, mostly always.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Grave Lighter.
Yeah.
One word though.
Yeah.
Flying 2/2 for 3. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card if a creature died this turn. Otherwise, each player sacks a creature.
So this could also have been played in the deck last week.
It's either
a card draw spell or it's a Fleshback Marauder.
Yes. Yeah. Cool. And you can strategically choose how you want to use it, right?
You sure can.
Which gives you options, and I like that.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about Potence earlier.
Necropotence.
We are playing Necropotence.
One of the most powerful cards ever printed in Magic. We've gone full circle, I think.
We have.
Necropotence. One word. Skip your draw phase.
Yep.
You can pay 1 life.
I'm listening.
Exile the top card of your library.
Sounds great.
At the end of your turn, you get that card.
I love it.
And what you do, though, is do that 7 times. Then you draw 7 cards every turn.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
That's not a bad card at all.
Pretty good.
And then we have 2 non-cards that we're going to skip over into Greed.
4 non-cards. Toil, Trouble, Fast, Furious. Now, Greed.
Yes.
Which is like Necropotence, except not as good.
Yes, bad Necropotence.
You draw, you pay black and 2 life, you draw an extra card.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nothic?
What the hell is that picture of? It looks like a sadistic clown or an ice cream cone wearing one of those Shakespearean collars. It's got 1 eye. It's got a party hat. What the ass?
What the hell?
There's a bunch of candles coming out of its butt.
What the hell is that thing?
Producer Gary's going to be like, man, these guys are on some shit. They're smoking some stuff.
It's a 4/3 for 5.
Okay.
Comes into play.
We're just staring at it. We don't even know what it is.
You roll the dice. Then if you get 1 to 9, you draw a card and lose a life. 10 to 19, you draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. And if you hit a 20, you draw 3 cards and lose 3 life.
I kind of want to put that in Lord of Tressorhorn.
Sure.
Because it's a when it dies trigger. Also, it draws me cards.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what? I'll just play the blue ones when they die. I draw a card because I just get it.
Yeah. Then we got some getter backers. We can bang these out quick. We're playing Reanimate, Unearth, Exhume, Persist, and Victimize.
Yep.
They all do some.
And Gravewalker.
And Gravewalker. Those all do some variation of take dude in bin, put in play.
Yes. Gravewaker. Sorry. Gravewaker.
Sure.
Now we've got some enhancers in Twinferno.
Yeah.
One word. Sure. This is when you choose one. When you cast your next instant or sorcery this turn, you copy it, or Target creature you control gains double strike until end of turn.
Cool.
That card is good, and I should play that in my Calamax deck.
Cool.
Yep. And then we've got an Anger. If it's in your graveyard and you have a mountain on the battlefield, your creatures gain haste.
Dope.
That's a good card.
That's a very good card.
That's a good card. Have we done the whole deck?
I think we might have.
I think we did.
We gotta go down. Maybe we missed something at the end there.
Oh, there is one word if all else fails.
Yes. and this is CCO All-Star.
Oh yeah.
This I think is where it came in. If you're gonna pay 8, you better win the game, and it's Insurrection.
I have won many a game with an erection.
Me too, actually. I have an erection most times when I win games, if I'm being totally honest.
Yes.
Because I really like it. It's really fun.
Yes. Yes.
In this case, Insurrection is you take all the dudes, you untap them, you give them haste, and then you win the game.
You hit all of your opponents with their own stuff, and you kill them all.
Yes.
Yep. That card is very good
Yes,
if you like to pay 8 mana to win the game.
Which I do.
Yeah, very
Who
good.
doesn't want to pay 8 mana to win the game?
Who wouldn't want that? I wonder what winning a game feels like.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. Oh, me.
So, real quick, strengths and weaknesses and the budget section.
Strength. It's got a really fun gimmick.
Yep. Kooky and fun is what my strength was.
And you'll always find some kind of new trash to put in here, and it'll be funny.
Yes. Every once in a while, you get a gem. You get a gem that is like terminate. And it's like, whoa, wait a second. That's one word, and the card is good.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, man, Necropotence. Best card in Magic, right? Like, you just get a gem every once in a while.
Yeah.
We've got strength.
Okay.
It's still got some beaters.
Yeah.
There's Lurgoyfs with power and toughness equal to creatures in graveyards.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yes.
Not like last week's budget, I guess, constraint. We don't have a budget constraint this week. So we still get to run very powerful cards like Reanimate and Necropotence and Exhume and Hypnox. Like, we can still have the top end that a deck kind of needs to finish out games.
Yes.
Final strength.
Makes
you go, huh, I never knew that.
I never even thought of that.
I never thought of Undertaker being one word.
Yeah, I never thought of doing a deck where all the cards have one word.
Yep. And still 86 lines of text.
Yes, and still have so many words in the goddamn text box, it's still going to make Brando and Ryan mad.
Thanks, Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, you fucking guy.
Okay, weaknesses. You're limited.
Yes, the same thing the same strength also acts as a weakness if you stick to the convention of one word card names.
But that's all theme decks, all gimmick decks, all budget decks. Like, that's a lot of the times why people do it, because they want to build a deck at a certain power level.
They want to see if they can do it.
Yeah, and be creative. And that's what leads to things like the CCO Raw Dog decks and the Gumball decks and the one-word name deck, right? Like, it's the creativity that I think really allows Commander to shine over and above any other format, right?
And let me hit you with another, I think is a weakness. Maybe you don't, but I do. This is a deck that the one card that you always have access to doesn't mean shit.
Yeah,
Your commander doesn't mean anything.
Not often do you see decks that play a commander just for the colors any longer, because there's so many damn legends.
Yeah.
Right? But this one feels like that. Bonus points, though, we do have some synergy with a bunch of cards that say discard a card on it.
Sure.
And that allows us to play Asmor, which is a 3/3 for 1, which is fine.
That's a card that exists.
Yeah.
Like, the rest of the lines of text on the card don't matter, because the way the deck is set up, you can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Unless you want to add a food theme in. And if you just didn't bother with playing her, you could take out a bunch of those bad discard cards and put in other stuff if you wanted to. So it's kind of a...
Yep.
Playing the commander it does is in itself kind of hampering to what the deck's trying to do, I would argue.
Yeah. Okay. Let's look at the budget section, because we've been talking budget over the last couple weeks. We've been talking Raw Dog decks. I haven't even talked about I want to build Raw Dog deck. Here's a CCO exclusive. Just in.
Okay.
Grima Wormtongue from Lord of the Rings. Specifically, though, I've got the Secret Lair one that's still in the secret card individual plastic wrap.
Ooh.
That's misprinted as a 2/4. That's the one. That's who I'm building as my Raw Dogger.
Well, how big is it actually?
It's supposed to be like a 2/3.
Oh.
And they didn't even get that right. Not only did they pick terrible cards for that secret layer, they printed them wrong. Oh, terrible stuff. Yeah. So if you want to hear me and Mac talk about the Lord of the Rings set over the last couple Commander histories, tune in on Monday wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, man. Speaking of bad secret layers, we should probably talk about those ones coming up. I guess they're already out when this episode comes out.
Oh yeah, we can. Well, I thought this was going to be the bonus show for May, but we can talk about it on the bonus show for May if you want to.
They are.
Stinkers?
And this is coming from, there's so many cards in it that I love. There's a Brash Taunter, there's a Norin the Wary, Ruination's in there.
Oh man, they knew what you wanted, hey?
Right? And they gave it to me, and all the layers are shit.
Oh, well, we'll save that for the bonus show. That's a teaser.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
later. That's Brando's exclusive. My exclusive is Grima Wormtongue. The budget for this deck, as it stands, $208.
Yeah, not super high, but higher than you'd think based on the cards we were reading.
Now, 2 cuts. I usually say 2 things. This time, 2 cuts.
2 cuts.
Necropotence. Yeah. Most expensive card in the deck. And
best card in the deck, too.
Yeah, best card in any deck it's ever in, usually. $20.
Gee.
Second most expensive card, I should say. $20.
Wow.
Get this. Reanimate. $21.
Really?
You know that card was $21?
Why is it still so high? It just got reprinted in Cowboy set.
And it got reprinted in Lord of the Rings before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a secret layer or like a movie poster or something.
Man.
Anyways, well, because it's the best card to reanimate with.
Like, yeah, this is why it's called Reanimate.
Yeah. So if you cut those 2 cards.
Got a whole deck named after it.
Yeah. You're looking at 41 in cuts. That's a $167 deck.
Sure.
Now, $161 for a meme deck that doesn't synergize with the commander, etc. We could probably use this as a pretty strong starting point for a one-word deck.
Yes.
So, to John, who sent the deck in, big thanks. Keep working on it.
Yes.
I love the theme. I never thought of it. I thought when I saw the email come in and you wanted to do the one-word deck, I thought, well, that's going to be boring. Everything's going to have flavor text or like, say, haste or trample. Yeah. But it ended up the deck generated a lot of discussion.
Yeah.
And showed us like those Lurgoyfs, like Necrogoyf and
yeah, they do lots of cool stuff, man.
And with guys. Modern Horizon 3 coming up, like they're doing like it's Tarmogoyf the set. Yeah. Everything's a Tarmogoyf, and lots of those could fit right into this deck or vice versa, right?
Remember when Tarmogoyf was what? $100?
Yeah.
And now there's an uncommon enchantment you can put on a land to just barf out a Tarmogoyf every turn.
Yes. And Tarmogoyf is $6.
And you know how many people are going to play that card?
Nobody.
Nobody's going to play that
Somebody's going to make Tarmogoyf.deck in Commander, and like I said, this Asmore deck could be the start of it. Because we're getting black Tarmogoyf cards that could go in this deck.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
So that's my final thought of the day. If you want to pick those cards up, where would you go?
Oh, you could definitely go to FusionGamingOnline.com. Use special promo code CCO Save that's on the screen behind us, which you could see if you're watching on YouTube. You save yourself 5% of all the gaming supplies you could ever possibly want, or any of the cards from newer sets or older sets.
And Tarmogoyfs.
Or yeah, if you want a Tarmogoyf for some reason, maybe you want to put a thumbtack through it so you can put it on your pegboard and spin it around.
Yeah, maybe you want to foil one from Future Sight.
Yeah, you don't want that though.
Yeah, that one would still be expensive.
Yes, that one would still cost you several dollars, whereas the other ones probably are $6.
Yeah, the one in the Fallout special like Pip-Boy frame,
right?
It's like $7. Oh, Tarmogoyf, how you've fallen from greatness.
Yes, how you are no longer very good. In a world where Ragavan exists and...
Hey, man, I'd still want to beat Tarmogoyf with my Zoo deck, man. Tarmogoyf still got more toughness than nearly anything else like in Legacy.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Tarmogoyf's still good.
It's not too bad.
Anyways, that's my final thought of the day.
The point is we're probably not going to play Tarmogoyf ever again until Madi Ho comes out and we end up having to play a frickin' Lurgoyf deck, which is...
Send it in, CCO Nation.
Yep.
We'll play it.
Hook us. Yeah, we'll talk about it. If you want to do a Lurgoyf deck, we will talk about it on the show. I don't really have a challenge for anybody, so keep the decks coming in. We're going to find a good one, and we're going to talk about it next week on a very exciting episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!